Hello everyone! My name is Light and I have another tutorial for you. In today's tutorial we are going to build a smooth stone generator. Now we are standing here by the box that I made reference to in our last tutorial. So again, there is something inside which we will discuss once we reach 100 subscribers. So if you would, please take the time to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to catch all my videos, make sure you click that notification bell. I would love it. Thank you very, very much. Alright. So, like I say, we are going to build a smooth stone generator. Now here is, a type of smooth stone generator. This is not the one we're going to build. This is most like, this is what you see in most worlds, a very, very basic one, but look how tall this thing is. You need a really large room for something like this. And I don't really like this, so I thought I'd come up with my own version that was a little smaller and might actually be fun to build a structure around. Alright. So, I do have a pre-built version, and that is actually this. Now, it does fit in a 6x6 space, so I do have the outside laid out with this smooth stone, so you could use the smooth stone as a guide and build yourself a nice little structure around something like this. Or, it's small enough that you could have this in a room in your base. You just have to kind of build it into your wall however you want. Alright, so building this is not that hard. So that being said, let's get into it. The materials that we're going to need for this build are 7 hoppers, 4 chests, or 4 barrels. It's up to you. Since I built the other one with chests, I'm going to use the barrels in this one so you can see the aesthetic difference. You will need, some cobblestone. I only have a little bit. It's just more for the demonstration. But typically, you would have a bunch of cobblestone and, to start the process off. You'll need 2 droppers, 2 furnaces. You will need some fuel for the furnaces. So I just have some coal. You'll need 1 redstone comparator, 1 redstone repeater, 2 pieces of glass, 1 redstone torch, 2 observers, 7 pieces of redstone. You could bring a little more if you want, but the minimum is 7. And I also have a lever and 1 stone block. Now you don't need these last 2 pieces. I'm going to show you an option that you can do with this. So again, these last 2 pieces are optional. You do not need them to actually complete the build. So let me go ahead, I'll throw this stuff in my inventory, and then we'll get started. Alright, we have our stuff in our inventory, and we can get going. I've already laid out the exact same space that we have over here. So this outer ring of smooth stone is 7x7, meaning that the actual build area that you'll need is 6x6. So again, this is a 6x6 square. Now, the way we're going to start the build is we're going to do this front row first, starting from the bottom, going to the top. So, first things first, grab your droppers. Now, we're going to want the dropper on the middle block. So, the way that I like to do it, because we want the hole of the dropper facing up. Stand on the block you want to place it on, jump, and place it. Like that. So that way we have the hole on the top, meaning the items will go up. Next, we'll need a hopper on this side of the dropper with the funnel pointing into the dropper. So you'll want to crouch to place this, like that. On this block here in the corner, this is where you could put either a barrel or a chest. I'm going to put a barrel. And this will also allow us to put in our next hopper. And this hopper is going to be pointing into the barrel. So again, crouch, point at the barrel, put the hopper like that. And you can verify that the funnel is pointing in. All right, now on top of the two hoppers, we'll need our furnaces. So you'll need to crouch to place these. 1 and 2. In the middle, we are going to need another dropper. So jump up on top of the first one, and again, jump in place. Now you're going to want to crouch when you do this jump, so make sure you're crouching. So we'll try that again, and it should look like that. Again, pointing up, so the item goes up. All right, now on the sides of each furnace here, we are going to want a hopper. So again, crouch. 1 there. 1 there. This is the fuel input. On top of those, each one, we are going to put a barrel. You'll have to crouch to place and jump. Like that. And like that. All right, so far so good. Now in between these two barrels, we are going to want some hoppers, as you can see, like that. So what you can do to help on this part is you can take the one stone block that you have. You can place that in front. Use that as kind of a step. So the next hopper is going to go onto the furnace here, pointing down. This is going to be the input. So crouch, jump in place. Like that. You'll need another hopper going in to this barrel, so you can do that from here. Like that. And this hopper as well going into the back of this hopper. Like that. So it should look like this. And if we come look over here. Oh, sorry. I apologize. This hopper here should be pointing down. So take out those two. And again, get your hoppers out. Crouch, jump, and place. Okay. Now get back over on the other side. And now place the other hopper pointing in. So it's like that. That matches exactly what we have on this side. Now the last thing that we'll need for this row is one more barrel, and that's going to go right on top of this hopper. So you'll have to crouch in place like that. Okay. Get rid of this temporary block. And that is the front piece done. Now if we look at the next row, for here we're going to need a repeater. Looks like a piece of redstone dust, and our observers. But we're actually going to place both observers right now. Now, in order to do this, you would have probably a couple more temporary blocks. You're going to want to place 2. So one like that, one like that. Get rid of the first one. Grab your observer. Come back here like this. Place it like that. So when you take away the temporary block, the face should be pointing out here. All right, now for the next one, again, grab your temporary blocks. Come up 2. Oh. Okay. Grab your observer. Make sure you're pointing at the face of the other observer, more towards the bottom of it. Place the next one, pointing down. So the arrow should be pointing up, meaning the face is watching this block. All right, now we're going to need our comparator. When we place the comparator, we want to be standing like this, pointing at this piece of this block, so the comparator points out this way. So the output goes this way. So again, pointing at this corner, place the comparator like that. So the 2 is going to be next to the dropper, and the single is going to be pointing outward like that. Next is our repeater. So stand in the same spot, look at the same spot on the next block, place that, so the arrow again is pointing out. Alright, now that we have our comparator and our repeater in place, the next step is to grab your glass. The first piece is actually going to go right here, so take out this block, put in a piece of glass, Next, we need to dig down by 2 blocks. So go ahead and dig down 2. We'll also need to do that for this entire row. So 2 here, 2 there, these 2, these 2, and these 2. Now we also need to take out this block here, leave this one, take out that one, and that one. Next is our final piece of glass. So that is going to go right there. And now we can lay out our redstone dust. So go ahead and grab your redstone dust. The first piece is going to go right there. The next piece is going to go right there. Jump down into the hole. The next piece is going to go right there. And then the final piece is going to go right there. The next thing that we're going to need is our redstone torch. So go ahead and grab that. And that actually goes on the front of this block. So make sure you're looking at the front and place it like that. Now when you place it, you should hear a click like we just did from the dropper. All right, so that's it for the redstone down here. You can go ahead and fill in the hole. So allow me just a moment, we'll do that. All right, now this one, of course, you will have to leave open because of the redstone. But if you wanted to, you could put a piece of carpet over that. Up to you. All right, now up here, we do have a little bit of redstone delay, as you can see over here, but it's real simple. Just 3 pieces. So we need 1 here, 1 here, and finally 1 here. And this is what actually gives us the clock motion, but it'll only go as long as there's something in the dropper. All right, so now that we have that done, that is actually the main build complete. All right, to show this thing in action, the first thing we're going to need is our coal. So go ahead and grab some of your coal. So you could put half on one side, half on the other side, and as well, you will need some cobblestone. Now I'm only going to put in a couple pieces just to show it in action. So 1, 2. Right, now what's going to happen is when the cobblestone is done here, it'll go into this hopper. Then from there, it goes to this dropper. Then to this dropper, to this hopper, to this hopper, into this furnace, and finally, when it's done smelting here, it'll go to this hopper, and finally, the barrel. Alright, so if we take a look in this barrel, we already have our 2 pieces of smooth stone. And that is it. So again, you know, the difference with the barrels is more just aesthetics. Both them and a single chest hold the same amount of items. So it's really up to you depending on what look you prefer. So again, here's the chests. And this is how it looks with the barrels. I'm kind of partial to the barrels. I think you could fit these into a build a little more because barrels are actually the same size as a regular block, whereas a chest is not. So you can actually get better lines if you're looking at it from a build point of view. Now I did say there were 2 optional components, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what those would be for right now. And that is our piece of stone and a lever. So the piece of stone actually goes here on the back of this hopper. You will have to crouch to place this. So you want to place it like that. And the lever goes here on the stone. The purpose of this is to lock the hopper in case, in the event that when you put some cobblestone up here, you don't actually want it to start smelting right away because, say, maybe, the chest or the barrel isn't full and you want to wait until it's full. So by flicking the lever, we can lock the hopper. And now when I put some cobblestone up in the barrel, nothing in the hopper, furnace doesn't come on, and if we look in the barrel, the 18 we put in is still there. Now the moment that I flick the lever, the cobblestone will start going through the system. Like that. So again, that piece is optional, really up to you. It could be handy, if you end up smelting a lot of stuff or, you only have a little bit and you just want to wait. Completely up to you. Now, if you do build this in your world, please let me know how it works out for you. I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Or if you have any issues or need any help, I would also love to hear about that. I'm more than willing to help anybody out that's willing to give my tutorials a try. So on that note, that is all I have time for today. So thanks for stopping by. Bye!